Thursday's lesson is entitled Our Responsibility. Our responsibility to God's call. When God calls us, do we have a choice to accept or to reject His call? For example, Ezra and Nehemiah, when God called them, they accepted God's call without any questions. What about Noah? He accepted God's call to prepare that ship to save his family and all the animals. Or Joseph, when God called Joseph, he accepted God's call. But we see some people, they did not immediately accept God's call. For example, Moses. When God called Moses at the burning bush, Moses gave excuses to God. He expressed doubt. He gave excuses. But finally, we thank God because God did not give up on Moses. What about Jonah? When God called Jonah, he went in the opposite direction. But we thank God for his faithfulness. God did not give up on Jonah, but went behind him. Finally, Jonah accepted God's call. We also see people in the Bible who have rejected God's call. We see in the life of King Saul. King Saul was called to be the king of God's people. King Saul accepted the responsibility to be the king, but he was not accountable. His heart did not embrace God. And so we find King Saul going away from God, walking a life of disobedience. And finally, King Saul rejected God. The Holy Spirit was withdrawn from him. And King Saul, he went after evil spirits and finally lost his salvation. My friends, when God calls us, you and I have the choice to accept or to reject. God's call does not overrule our free choice. That tells that God is love. God calls us so that He can strengthen us. And when we accept God's call, our relationship with God will become strong. And in that way, we are walking with Him on the path of salvation. Today, whatever is God's call in your life, please accept that you and I will be faithful to God. God bless you.